So obviously you guys have clearly heard by now, political streamer and activist Nick Fuentes has been accused of a battery and assault on a 57-year-old woman. Now, I'm just no video for today, guys. I'm just gonna read through the article and cover the news. It says here that the 26-year-old Nick Fuentes has been accused of macing and shoving a 57-year-old activist named Marla Rose to the ground after she rang his doorbell. So this bitch, who was apparently a feminist, got pretty offended at something he said. I don't know what exactly he said. I don't know shit about Nick Fuentes. The only thing I know is that he piped Destiny. So he was accused of macing and shoving her to the ground. If you don't know what macing is kind of like bug spray, or not really bug spray. It's more like pepper spray. What they do is they get, a spray can. They spray it in your eyes, and it basically works the same thing as pepper spray. So apparently he did this to a 57-year-old woman who rang his doorbell. And it says here that he was, quote, in fear for his life due to receiving death threats following a political joke that he posted online. So let's see what this woman looks like. Wow, what do you know? The average old, fat feminist. This is what the average feminist looks like, guys. So this bitch apparently knocked on his door because she wanted to give like a complaint or something like that because of something he said on Twitter, I'm sure. He opens the door, she starts talking some shit to him, and apparently he feels that his life is threatened, so he like sprays her in the face with the fucking mace can and throws her to the ground. Now if you ask me, I don't think this is the kind of person who I would feel is threatening my life. I don't know exactly what was said, but like if someone like this knocked on my door and started complaining about stuff I said on Twitter, like I'd probably just call like a fucking psych ward. I would just assume this person's just a retard because it clearly is. But I wouldn't think my life is threatened, and I certainly wouldn't fucking spray them in the face and shove them to the ground. Like not unless they try to attack me, or try to get inside my house. So let's see what Nick Fuentes has to say about this whole situation. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see if he feels any remorse for this. So he's made 2 tweets since he's been arrested. The first tweet is "free me," and then he drops the N-word. Classic. And then the second Twitter post is just his mugshot. So you can see here, looking real goofy. If you ask me, I think this situation was blown way out of proportion. I mean, if you just look at her here, like in this image, you can see the police are already here. So this is obviously after the incident had already occurred. Like it's very clear she suffered no fucking damage from this. Like she probably has so much blubber, it just tanks the fall like the fucking Kung Fu Panda. So I highly doubt this was that big of a deal. She probably just talked shit to him. He didn't like what he was hearing, so he sprays her in the face, pretends like he was threatened by people online. Because, I mean, let's be honest, the excuse of, oh, I got death threats online, therefore I felt threatened, really has, like, zero weight whatsoever. Like, people get death threats on the internet every fucking day. If you're on Twitter, you probably get them daily. Especially if you're a big user like Nick Fuentes. That guy probably gets death threats on a daily fucking basis from lunatics like this. But regardless, like, to be that offended at something some random retard on Twitter said, to be this offended that you go over to his house and knock on his door is just pathetic, and I feel no sympathy for this creature. I mean, just look at it. Like, this is what the average feminist looks like. So if you ask me, I think it was blown way out of proportion. I think both parties are in the wrong, and I don't think Nick Fuentes necessarily has to be charged with anything severe, because he clearly didn't do all that much. Like, she's clearly fine. But, I'm excited to see how this case will develop. That's basically it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow.